going to start. Another class trial.
Hey!
But how are we supposed to get to the trial ground?
Damn it!
You're right, we can't do anything unless we get out of this building. Did something happen?
Hey!
No, well, do you guys hear something? Hear something?
Hey!
What do you hear this time? Suddenly, as if cutting off Chia, our surroundings started to shake and rumble. Oh, we're in the elevator, aren't we? This is gonna become the trial room. Then it suddenly appeared before us. Well, that's terrifying. Oh, well, so much for the crime scene. So much for respecting the crime scene, Monaco. Jesus. Hello. Fancy meeting you here. Is he telling us to go inside from here? Seems that way. All right, I'm going to go. Just hold on, Nico. I'll make sure I avenge you. Wow. Wow. She's at least being a little cautious. It's obviously a trap.
It appears you
I
can
agree. I detect a sense of danger. Even my familiars are saying don't go inside.
It's nearly
However, if you can kill me, you're welcome to try. Try stabbing your sword through my very heart. Now then, we shall get moving as well. Yeah, you're right. It's annoying, but if Miss Sonia is going, there's no way I'm not gonna go. Oh, but it's so damn annoying. I guess it doesn't matter if it's a trap or not. One by one, everyone went into Monokuma Rock. Until I was the only one left, and when I was about to take a step forward, we're the same. The same step ladders. Huh? Nacho was suddenly standing next to me with his eyes locked onto Monokuma Rock. Other than the small movements of his mouth, he was perfectly still. You and I are just step ladders for everyone who holds a title of Ultimate. I always believed that I didn't mind. Unlike you, I know my place. Oh. Sorry, Mr. Sassy. What are you saying? That's why I was prepared to become a sacrifice at any time, and from that, true hope would be born. I always believed that the talent that survived would be true hope. But it wasn't. There is no hope amidst all this killing. Of course there isn't. What kind of hope comes from killing people? Really? Are you suggesting that sacrificing others for hope isn't real hope? But you're wrong. It's only natural and extremely obvious that strong hope devours weak hope.
Isn't that right?
After all, that's what it means to live, right? There's no way I'm gonna accept that. Oh well, it's not like that's what I wanted to say to you anyway. There's this one novel I like, and it's a particular mystery story. Huh? A novel? The story is told from the point of view of a high school girl involved in a serial killer mystery. But when you get to the end, surprise, surprise, the girl was actually the killer. Of course, the story is written carefully so the reader doesn't learn the ending. That sounds like a really good book, actually. The protagonist is just a projection of the reader, and this projection turns out to be the killer, which means the killer you were looking for the whole time was inside you all along. How do you feel about novels like that? What the heck are you talking about? You're just jumping up from one topic to another. And I can't comment on a book that I've never read before.
No good at all.
Such a normal answer. I should have expected that from a talentless reserve corps student like you. But I know that you don't matter at all, so why do I care about you? You admire hope. I love hope.
Right?
In some ways we're similar, but maybe that difference is what's making me so emotional. Enough already. I don't have time to argue with you. Let's go. Everyone is waiting.
Man.
Everyone, huh? So you still believe you're just like everyone else. Reserve Corps students are so full of themselves. Nacho's chilling laugh continued as he disappeared into Monokuma Rock. Calm down. That's right, I need to calm down. I took several deep breaths, and once my nerves had settled, I stepped into Monokuma Rock. I'm curious. The only people I could think it would be either Soda or Gundam, but I'm hoping it's not Gundam. I like Gundam too much. The elevator shook violently as it descended at an ever-increasing speed. When we were in a normal elevator that shakes this bad, it reminds me how efficient that elevator in the funhouse was. Yeah, that's probably true. The elevator continued to shake and descended deeper and deeper, and suddenly, it stopped like it always does. I'm curious what new decoration we have. And the door opened. Oh my god! I see and all the wallpaper that I loved from the rooms has made itself known in here. Ryuku's condom. It's the only thing I could think of because he has his hammies. His hammies would make sense to push the button on the back of Neko's neck. I understand your desire to applaud this wonderful vulgar trial ground.
Yahoo!
Again, I think he went to a wallpaper store and bought everything that was on clearance and just used it like crazy. But it's so exhausting to discuss useless things, so let's just get on with it already. I'm so sad, my chest hurts. Forcing everyone to do this is so sad. Hey, don't go talking without permission after I said my catchphrase. Otherwise, I'll just roll dice and based on the results, I'll give you a sex change operation that many. Oh my god, that sounds terrifying. Again, I like Gundam too, but it's like, it's one of the few people that makes sense. What an extreme punishment. Now then, let's get on with it once again. Let's get a move on, boys and girls. And so it begins. I hope this would never happen again, and now it's happening for the 4th time. The curtain to the 4th trial was about to open. Neko, the ultimate team manager. He was more passionate, more daring, more honest than anyone I'd ever met. Truly, he was more man than any of us. He sacrificed his body to protect Akane, and his appearance changed drastically because of that. I mean, Nacho was wrong, though. Out of everyone who is really solving all the trial and is an ultimate even a thing, that's true. Well, you notice, like, it's usually Hajime solving the trial, so it's like, for him to be like, you're not useful, blah, 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 I'm like, listen here, you little piece of crap. Listen here, you little punk. So it's like for a person that's not the ultimate, I'm doing a damn good job. But he still tried to live earnestly, and just when I finally got used to his new form, Neko's killer. There are only 3 people who thinks at the trials. Nacho, yeah, Chia, pretty much. The other ones are just kind of there for side commentary. Is one of us. Wow, there's a lot of people dead now that I see it. Like, it pretty much, because you got Byaku, you had Coco, and then you had Makoto. Killing someone because it's the only way to survive is no excuse. I won't let this be excused. I won't forgive this. The person who betrayed Neko, who betrayed their friends, I will never forgive them. Yeah, I'm noticing that pattern. There's a lot of patterns. And so this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Yeah, I'm noticing that trend. Yeah, I would like to save, please. The who fucks with the trial MC and Carrie? Why you fuck? I mean, you're not wrong. So I'm curious how that story will change. The time limit doesn't decrease even if you shoot a statement. Silent, cannot combine with imminent, unlimited. Increase the power of the silencer. No, I'll keep the infinite silencer. Mood maker. Either to shift mood to your favor. Yeah, we'll take that. I think that's the only thing I really have. Cause I can't take this because I can't combo them together. It still has good. She wants food though. I mean, yeah, but I don't think she would do it. I don't think she would go. She already harmed Neko already once. It's the relationship's too deep. That relationship's too strong for that to happen. Yeah, I don't think it's that. Yeah. If anything, because Nacho made a point.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
Because Nacho made a point that each trial has been like the first game. If that's the case, I'm guessing Neko killed himself. If that's the case, but I guess we'll see. We'll see. Because it seems like it's leaning towards that maybe he offed himself to save the group, so then the group could eat. But I hope it's not like that, because it'd be too much like the first game. I don't want it to be like exactly like each case be like, because if that's the case, that means the 5th trial, Monokuma's gonna like mess with the crime scene somehow.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is, and vote for who done it.
I hate this trial, I'm not going through this pain again. Later, okay, bye, like God. You hate this trial. Pebbles said it was, Pebbles, didn't you say this was a pretty good trial?
If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
I'm gonna say I'm enjoying the whole idea that like they had to like like Hajime had to solve part of the investigation on one side, and you had to play Nacho and investigate the other side. Like that part was interesting, though the backgrounds of the strawberry and grape building could have been dimmed down a little bit. Like the brightness and the patterns and the moving was, oh my god, I was getting sick and I was getting a headache. Like that was a little much. This one is confusing. I mean, I like a challenge.
I'm sure you guys are starving by now, but let's get revved up and raring to go! Whoever survives will be treated to a fancy lunch. Guess what? Rabbit curry is on the menu.
We're not eating Sailor Moon.
I'm not the main ingredient, right?
I'm here today because Coach Nekomaru risked his life to protect me.
Yeah, see, it's kind of like how Peko killed, sacrificed herself to protect Boss Baby. I don't think Boss Baby will kill anybody, and I don't think Akane will kill anybody because they already lost somebody who like protected them.
I'm gonna be the one who avenges him. I'll definitely find out who the killer is. I'm definitely not tempted by curry. Got it?
I mean, I would be tempted by food.
Akane, you seem to have an impressive amount of drool flowing from your mouth.
This is not the point.
Hey, why don't we try going over the incident?
I just got to the trial. It's like literally just started, Double.
We weren't able to leave Strawberry House, so I want to make sure we get a detailed understanding.
I discovered Nekomaru's body a little before 7 a.m. I headed over to Grape Tower from Monokuma Taichi and found the body there. Hajime and Chiaki were also with me.
Hajime was with Miss Sonia and Chiaki that early in the morning?
Oh, we had to get up for Tai Chi.
Don't tell me you three were together since last night!
Oh my goodness, jumping to conclusions. So this is not the point.
So, I am not some woman with flexible legs.
Of course you're not. You're much classier than that.
Like, how dare you assume such things? Kana has rabies. I don't know, Ibuki had rabies when she freaked out with the whole bubbling.
With legs like those, I could probably do the splits real easy.
We just happened to run into each other on the first floor of Grape House. We went to the tower together.
And then, the three of us discovered Nekomaru's body.
The body discovery announcement was made soon after. Akane heard that and rushed over.
We heard the body discovery announcement too, from Strawberry House, obviously.
Are we sure? How do we know that?
As I recall, we found out the elevator was out of order, which left us stuck.
Yes.
So we decided to go to the tower for the time being and headed for Strawberry Hall. But someone even broke Strawberry Hall's door button. We couldn't go anywhere because of that.
Thinking we should at least find some method to communicate, we set our sights on the lounge telephone.
I feel like the first thing they need to figure out is like how the person was getting, like how they got into the tower room would probably be a good, well no, the murder weapon would probably be a good idea to probably figure out first. Probably that. How was the end room, killing room, Russian roulette on the hardest difficult? It was okay. The only thing was that the lights didn't make sense. Like the lights lied to you, and it's like there's like no way to really figure it out. Like the lights were like, it's like I don't know how they expect you to figure that out without just guessing. Because if you follow the lights, it's a totally different code. But if you don't follow the light, like it's weird. Like I don't know how they expect you to figure out that light puzzle.
Forget these boring intros. Let's talk about the killer. Anyway, it's definitely someone from Strawberry House.
Not necessarily. Now that we know that that door, like it seems like the tower like rotates, and it's apparently Nacho was able to go wherever he pleased because he beat the final game, the dead game. That's not necessarily true.
What do you mean, definitely?
There's no way a chick would kill someone so cruelly. So it must be one of you Strawberry House dudes.
It could be anybody. I honestly looked up a guide for that room. Yeah, if it wasn't for pebbles and goats, I would have been there for a very long time.
One of you better hurry up and confess, or I'll break all of you in half!
Ma'am, calm.
You're the cruelest one here!
Now, enough with the lovers' quarrel. We need to think about this seriously. We don't have the luxury of discussing irrelevant things. The incident this time has many questions.
Yeah, they keep getting sidetracked. I noticed that. They keep getting sidetracked a lot.
The incident notwithstanding, I also have many questions.
I have many questions and very few answers. Final dead room game. That's a dead room. Jesus, that room game. I have also
Then
many
let's
questions.
start with something even Miss Sonia can understand. The weapon.
No, Nacho, just keep your P's and Q's to yourself. Thank you, love. I forgot the name of the room. Yeah, I always forget the name of the room too. I just call the final game thing.
Well, the weapon is obvious, right?
It's not the rock. Don't tell me it's the pillar.
What the heck, you guys? The weapon! You can totally tell just by looking.
It's not the pillar. Because then why is the body over here, but then the pillar's like over here? You can tell what the weapon is just by looking at it. It wouldn't be much of a mystery if that were true. Though the only one at the crime scene that looked like a weapon was probably... It's a pillar, I'm guessing. Unless you're gonna say the hammer. Wire, oil on the floor, tipped over pillar, new looking hammer, broken doorknob. I'm gonna say the tip over pillar.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime.
Oh, fuck.
That pillar, huh?
No, the hammer!
The pillar, the hammer was
killer
too
used
clean.
that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
It was too
If
clean.
it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating. The weapon is decided.
That's it? Oh my god, all I get to do is either agree. The hammer in the tower was a weapon, like he said. It looks like that's the case, but it's too clean.
I guess we should figure out the weapon
doorknob,
first.
Wire.
The weapon
oil
was
on the
right there at
floor.
the scene of the
Tipped
crime.
over- I don't think it's the tip. That doesn't
That
seem
pillar,
right.
huh?
No, the hammer. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him.
I'm gonna take this.
If it was unexpected, I suppose that is possible.
That's right. It was a surprise beating.
Oh fuck! I don't think that's it. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think it's the hammer. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, I know.
I guess we should figure out the weapon first.
The weapon was right there at the scene of the crime. The killer used that hammer and beat the crap out of him. No, that's wrong.
I should have just guessed that. It's not the hammer though. It's too clean.
No, I can't accept
Yes.
that hammer was the murder weapon.
Yeah, because it's
Why
too clean.
not? Why can't you accept it?
A lot of oil was flowing from Nekomaru's body, just like human blood, right?
You disagree, Stuffy. I know, but I always forget, like, I'm trying, like, I think I get the disagreeing and the green sometimes mixed up shooting orange Texas sisters. I know, I forget. I think that's what happens, is sometimes I forget the blue is the green and then, like, orange is
The hammer
disagreed.
was used to beat Nekomaru. You'd expect some oil to be on it, at least.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. I think I was thinking too much into it. Thank you, Pebble.
But that hammer was clean. So that's why you can't accept that it's the murder weapon.
Yeah, it would have been covered in oil.
Yeah, but the killer might have wiped off the oil later.
Why?
Well, obviously, to make the hammer look like it's not the murder weapon.
But why would they worry
Then why
about
bother
that?
cleaning the oil? If they didn't want it to look suspicious, they would have discarded the hammer.
Exactly, just get rid of it.
Pretty
or hide it.
insightful, baby gangsta.
Baby gangsta.
Baby gangster? Me?
At least she's getting the hang of the name I gave her a little bit.
Just so y'all know, I was trying to test you guys.
Really?
I thought,
Really?
maybe you guys mistook the hammer for the weapon or something.
No.
Seems that was a waste of time.
Then what was the real weapon used to murder Nekomaru?
That's the thing we
That's
gotta
the
figure
problem.
out.
There wasn't anything else at the crime scene that looked like a potential weapon.
Then, how about we look at it from a different angle? If it doesn't have oil on it, it's not the weapon. So whatever has oil on it must be the weapon,
But if it's
right?
the pillar, then why is his body so far away from the pillar? The actual weapon has oil on, but if it's something at the crime scene, it's the pillar, right? The broken pillar. Yes, Neko was killed with his own body.
I see.
Beat himself with his own
The only
arm.
thing with oil on it is that broken pillar.
Can you imagine if somebody took off his arm and they're like, stop beating yourself, stop beating yourself.
Then that pillar is the weapon. Coach Nekomaru got clobbered with that pillar.
But Akane, we couldn't pick up the pillar, it's too heavy.
Nobody could withstand a blow from that pillar. Even if you used 100% of your muscle strength, it would be impossible to wield it as a weapon.
Well, at least Gundam's using his brain.
Why?
We tried to move it, right?
Well, they also picked the biggest piece of pillar to try to move too. Like, you don't need that much of a like that big of a piece to beat somebody with. It's no use. It barely's budging. Didn't I tell you?
Yeah, that pillar was pretty freaking heavy. But there's one dude who could have lifted that pillar.
Neko?
Huh? Who are you talking about?
Coach Nekomaru's robot body. With that dude's super strength, lifting a pillar would be real easy.
But then how did he smack himself?
So, he lifted the pillar, and then what? Did he use it to beat himself?
I mean, he's got a point.
You mean Nekomaru killed himself?
Don't be stupid. He ain't the type to commit suicide.
Maybe he was trying to defend himself,
Then
though.
even if Nekomaru could have lifted that pillar, it has nothing to do with the case at all.
Well, I guess you're right.
They're getting so sidetracked. I don't know why they're getting so sidetracked during this case. But it does bother me a little. That word suicide. By the way, the fourth murder of the kill, somebody did a copycat. Somebody was trying to make it look like the cases from the first game, because somebody else beat the final game, the big game. Somebody else beat that escape room, so they were trying to make it look like the murders from the original murders. By the way, the fourth murder of the killing of school life was apparently ruled a suicide. Huh? No, that shouldn't matter. There's no way Nico
But
would commit
that's a problem.
suicide.
If it's not the pillar, then there's no other weapon we can think of.
There may be a way to use the pillar as a weapon without lifting it.
Tip it. You gotta tip it.
For reals?
Yes, for reals.
For reals. Again, like, not even, like, I could even tip it over. If you just get enough momentum on it, it just will tip over on its own.
So my gut was right after all. All right, it's up to you, Sonia. Prove that pillar was the murder weapon.
Understood. Then I shall give
reals.
it my all.
For realsies. Oh my god.
Sonia, here I go!
Oh my god. Make your argument. Wire, goodnight button, oil on the floor, tip over pillar fragments. I feel like the pillar fragments are gonna be important here. That's just my guess, though.
There's no need to lift that pillar.
If the pillar was not lifted, beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over? They aimed right for his head and bullseye.
Then why is his body so
Even
far away
I
from the
could
top of
probably
it?
tip it over. Considering the pillar's weight, it probably exerted a ton of force.
Sonia, you go, girl. I'm
girl.
getting hella excited.
I like how her nails get all like. Killer murdered Neko by tipping over that pillar. Is that really it? No, the
There's
fragments
no
are
need
gonna
to
say.
lift that pillar.
Because if that's the case, why are the fragments under his body, not
Pillar was not
on
lifted.
top of his body?
Beating him with it is beyond a dream.
What about tipping the pillar over?
No,
Yeah.
that's wrong.
Exactly.
If Nekomaru was crushed by the pillar, then there should have been fragments on top of his body.
So that means the pillar fell before he died.
Huh? Fragments?
The pillar fragments were scattered beneath Nekomaru's body, but there weren't any on top of his body. If the pillar had been tipped over and crushed it, the fragments should have been on top of his body instead.
Well, and again, why is he so far from the pillar, too?
I briefly considered that too. But it's probably not what happened.
I see. That was entirely my bad.
They're losing too much hope. I've noticed that. They're giving up way too fast. Like, every time they come up with a wrong, like, idea, they seem to be, like, so defeated in this trial.
If they didn't tip it over, then how did the killer murder Nekomaru with that pillar?
How much longer are you gonna focus on the pillar? Just let it go already.
There's no way I can let it go. I'm positive that Nekomaru was killed by that pillar.
The pillar had vengeance. Pillar wanted revenge.
Why are you so certain about that?
I just have a feeling.
The gut, right here.
A feeling, huh? That's just your instincts.
I mean, could they have detached Neko's head and then smashed his head against the pillar? Like once the pillar fell down, like detach his head and just smash, 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 and then put his head back by the body? I mean, I don't know, because they said that his limbs could be detached, right? They said his limbs could be detached, so wouldn't his brain be able to be detached? Is it, I believe?
But we can't say for sure
my
that
heart.
that instinct is wrong, can we? There's another way to use that pillar to kill. You guys just haven't noticed it.
Is that true?
Take this, start smashing it.
Then I shall ask you, what way is that?
I'm gonna have to bring up he can be disassembled.
You guys, same as usual.
He doesn't even believe in us. He's also really they're all really depressed right now.
You're unable to clear a path to the future with your own powers, so you just stand there and falter. What a waste of talent. And you all intend to fight the Future Foundation? You make me laugh.
What did you say?
Regardless, it's not like I want to die with the rest of you. So I guess I should lend a hand.
Hey, Nagito. What the hell happened to you?
He's a changed man. He's seen some shit. Nacho hates all of us. He's disappointed in us. I think he realized that none of us are the true hope, and that's why he's lost hope. He's lost hope in us.
How come you're not talking like a lunatic anymore?
I've learned a valuable lesson. Ignorance is by far the greatest shame.
What do you mean?
Who cares? Just tell us how the pillar was used to kill.
Well, first of all, the pillar itself is not enough.
Exactly.
But when combined with a specific item, there's a way it could be possible.
A specific item?
The head? When a head meets a rock, bad things happen.
Of course, the ultimate weapon.
Ultimate weapon?
Unless there's a program, unless it's the ultimate weapon was a control to control Neko. Cause that would be interesting. Like a remote control to control Neko, and Neko's actually the ultimate weapon.
Isn't that the thing you get when you clear the final dead room?
So, Nagito knows what the ultimate weapon is?
You never found it though, right?
Of course I know. But I'm pretty sure everyone else has seen it, you know?
We've seen it?
That's right. You've seen it clearly.
Gundam, would you like to share with the family?
I, the one who has claimed dominion over evil, am the ultimate weapon.
This man's over here has some ego problems.
I am he who cuts the insolent catalyst, which flows out from the chaos with the sword of victory. It's only fitting that I deserve to be called the ultimate weapon.
Akane, if I could get you to just smack Gundam right now, I love this man's, but shut up!
No, you are far greater than the ultimate weapon, since you wield your 4 dark devas of destruction.
She has the hots for him. There he goes. And he does for her.
I don't know why, but I'm not liking it.